Okay, there we go. Next game. Let's keep rolling. Oh, Daniel lost a streak, by the way. So
A few minutes later.
let's keep going. Up to 99. So far, so good. This is where I really just want to get my streak going and just put the tournament away. Because if I win like another 5 to 6 in a row, it's very hard to see myself not winning since I'm already on a streak.
Let's watch Hikaru against young Grandmaster Abhimanyu Mishra.
Let's keep going. I'm not a Team Liquid facility. No, I'm not, you guys. I know you think I am, but I'm not. I mean, takes is obviously a move here. I think I'm gonna go here. A 92, 94. Sack or knight f6. It should be winning. Yeah, he'll resign here. Okay, another win. Let's keep going. There's just no way to stop the mate, basically. Go again.
Both players knew these moves, but Hikaru dominated the game. Let's see why.
Welcome back, chess fans. An amazing game. We're gonna break it down for you. 1e4, Hikaru with white, with black, Abhimanyu Mishra. He used to be the youngest grandmaster in the world. He's only 15, super talented. But when it comes to opening trap, Hikaru has a lot more experience. And here, they go for the French defense. But d3, d5, knight d2, c5, and we transpose into the King's Indian attack. After this move, it's like if white were to play with the King's Indian, except that you have an extra tempo with the white pieces. Now, very important, this is for the French defense, but you could reach exactly the same position against the Sicilian by playing d3. Now d5, knight g2, knight c6, g3, knight f6, bishop d2. Once again, we get our King's Indian attack setup. So clearly in the game, they both knew this position and they knew the theory, right? So here, this has been played by Bobby Fischer in the 70s. We know the setup, rook e1, logical, and now we play e5. The advantage of having a pawn here is like that knight has to go, so that creates some chances against the king. All this is theory. All this is known, and now the young grandmaster of the black pieces play rook fc8, and after h5, h6, c3, he plays queen d8. So his idea, which is well known by the theory, the queen comes back here, the bishop go back here, but you have the two rooks, and you're gonna create some chances on the queen side. But I love this opening for white because we're gonna have our pieces coming, going after the black king. It's an attack. I prefer to play on the king side, and so does Hikaru. But now, they continue to play very fast here. Knight g4 logical, bishop f8. So the bishop on f8 covers h6 and g7. And the queen here can come to the defense. Last but not least, the knight here typically goes back to e7 and comes back on f5. So GM Mishra with black was ready for this opening. But now, queen d2, bishop a6. We can see here, Hikaru brings all his pieces first before he attacks on the king side. a4, a3, b4. Of course, Hikaru is thinking of sacking over here, maybe bringing the queen, the knight. But before he goes all the attack, this is where the experience comes in. He locks in the center first, before he turns to the attack. Take, pre-moved. They play extremely fast. And now they're probably out of theory. We're on move 21. This is all logical. And this is where the game begins. But we're going to see only in a matter of 5 moves, Hikaru's going to be winning from this non-position. So here, tempting would be to take on c4 by black, but you take here and look, with the rook and the queen, we're attacking the knight, rook a7, and here you can go rook e4 followed by bishop h6. This is good for white. So in this position, the right move was knight e7. That's because even if you sack and you attack like that, the queen comes to the defense, and let's say after this move, bishop b7, and there's no checkmate here. So the game goes on, white has some initiatives, but white also gave up a piece. So the position is roughly equal there. But in this position, the Grandmaster Abhimanyu Mishra plays d4. That's a big mistake because now Hikaru gets what he wants. What I mean by that? This is all locked over here, so he can just turn his attention to the king side. And over here, he plays the brilliant queen e2. He's saying during the video, maybe I could sack, but after checking with the computer, this sack only gives equality. But queen e2 is a much better move, and he has one simple idea. The knight goes to d2, the bishop here attacks over here, and then the knight goes back to e4. Let's see. Knight a5, knight e2 attack the rook, and here another mistake. It was better to move the attack rook on a7 or on b8 with the idea to potentially come over here. But here, black plays 9b7, protects against the attack, but now Hikaru gets knight e4. And you can see that the attack on the king side is ready to go, while black has all his pieces over here not doing much, very passive in the back rank. Meanwhile, Hikaru is getting ready to attack. And remember, king's Indian attack, he wants to get the king. So here, rook a b8, too slow, too weak, too slow. And now, brilliant move, bishop takes h6. Absolutely brilliant. In the game, black continue knight a5. But what would you do if black has taken here? The answer, pretty easy. You go to the f6 square, and if you take, over here, queen e4, and you have checkmate on h7. And after taking, if instead of taking the knight, you move the king, same thing, queen e4, you're trying to come here, the knight f6, queen h7, checkmate. Of course, Mishra showed that and doesn't take the bishop and play knight a5. He's trying to create counterplay, but this is too late in the game. And here, beautiful stuff, very quickly, bishop g5, attack the queen move, and now this is Hikaru's perfect sense of the King's Indian attack and perfect mastery of the game, h6. What he's trying to get, he has a 2 knight over here, he's trying to land a knight over here with a winning attack. Knight c6, take, 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 and here Hikaru says, I'm winning, but the game goes on, 97, queen h5, threatening checkmate on h8, knight g6, bishop e4, queen f8. Over here, Hikaru could simply take, because if black takes, you have checkmate next move. Instead, he plays king g2, and he has a very simple idea. rook h1, and going on the h file. Bishop b7 played, rook h1, take, take. And over here, very simple, we have queen h7, but we also have queen h8, knight take, rook take, checkmate. So here we're threatening to come in with the queen over here or over there. There's nothing to do. Black is paralyzed and resigned. So I think it was amazing. Everything was started with the sack of the bishop. The bishop cannot be taken. And then, no matter what, we go with h6 and the position breaks down for black. And this is utterly winning for white. So if you want to know where was the big mistake, the first big mistake was to lock down the position here. And then the second mistake over here was to play knight b7, which is too passive. But rook a b8, after knight e4, at least he would have some chances to defend. Anyway, a masterpiece played in bullets, and I think a great way to learn with Hikaru how to win with the king's Indian attack. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. Leave your comments, and I'll see you in the next one.